Yeah.
so that I can concentrate on the training.
Okay, I understand. So thank you so much for those feedback, because I strongly believe that feedback is very important when it comes to trainees. We don't assume because we are the consultant, so therefore whatever it is we want to teach is correct. No, I always tell people it's a wrong way and it's a pathway to destruction. So welcome on board this evening. We're looking at Mr. Temba, can you hear me? It's Temba on this call. Okay, Homesonis, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's put on that group and let people know that we've started and we're looking at sales and marketing today. Put it on the group. The topic of the day is sales and marketing. So people don't come out and start asking us later and say, you say you're going to teach about sales and marketing. You never did that. So this evening we're looking at a very vital topic on sales and marketing. Sorry about that. We're looking at sales and marketing. Sales and marketing. Now, every business need clearly to understand that it's either you are making sales or not. Either you are marketing or not. A lot of people are struggling today because they cannot market. Yes, a lot of business owners are struggling today simply because they just cannot market. You are good at what you do. You know what you want to do. But your major challenge is how to put those content out. Your major challenge, you are struggling. Nobody knows what you do. That's why I said something. Nobody's going to pay a silent expert. Please, can you write it on your chat box, please? Nobody will pay a silent expert. Like, the guy is good. The guy knows what he wants to do. He's fantastic, but nobody knows about him. They'll say the person is a private person. He just like doing things quietly. Type it on your book there. Type it on the chat box. Nobody will pay a silent expert. Please, who is typing it there? Let me get the first word I type. Nobody pays a silent expert. Nobody pays a silent expert. Thank you for those who are writing. Thank you, Mr. James Ofe. Thank you, Binyang. Thank you, Besin Akwede. Nobody pays a silent expert. Meaning, no matter how good you are, if you cannot create activities around what you do, the money will not come. Now, get me right. I'm not saying that people will not pay you. Get me right, please. But you now realize that if you don't make good noise around what you do, you will struggle to get things. I don't know how many of you follow me on Facebook here. You see that I post all the time. I post regularly, back to back. Now, why do I post regularly? Somebody might be wondering. Or some person can say, you know what? I'm not a social media freak. I don't do social media. It's for Gen Z. But I want us to understand something here clearly is that I would love us to understand something, which is your inability to market might be why you are struggling. You believe you already have contact lists. If Coca-Cola can still run ad, I don't know why you're not talking about your business. I believe Coca-Cola is older than everybody in this class right now. Coca-Cola is about 100 and something years. They still run advertisements. They still give fridge to restaurants. They still paint restaurants area with their colors. All these are marketing. But a lot of us, as in many of us, our problem is that we are doing business to survive. That's the challenge we are having. Our mentality is about survival. You can get money, pay your rent. Maybe you get 3-bedroom flats, AC in all the room. You have one car. Your wife have a car. Your children can go to affordable school in your neighborhood. You are not lacking. You have 4 in your generator. You now have solar. You think the business, who is laughing? You not think that the business is doing well. You are
I
comfortable.
tell you.
No, sir. It's more than that. The car that you and your wife have, the solar you have, those things, your business can give you more. Please, sorry if I'm talking to you. Thank I don't know any of you, so don't get angry. I've never been to your house before. So that's what I'm saying. Because you came to my house, you need me to teach. Thank I've not met anybody here. Okay, but see, life is more than that. That's what I'm trying to drive this evening. Life is way more than that. And guess what? Because of that average mentality we bring to business, that's why we're on survival mode. You hear them say, thank God for today. After all, I still say, no, sir. Your people, your mates are doing 6-digit figure monthly. So meaning, whatever it is you are doing, it can grow. Let me say something. We must have come from different villages. We're all from different places. In your village, you must have said, don't go to that house. So that man is a very, very bad, he's a bad man, he's a winch. In every community, there's always a house that they say, don't go there. They say that house, the man is a bad person. If you can relate, just put yes on the chat box. Like maybe in your village, there's one particular compound. They say that man, that man was a very wicked person. If you can relate, we have kind of compound in our village. Just put yes. Those of us that go to village, not those of us that stay in city. Or somebody that say this person have a bad character. Just put it down in the chat box. You've seen someone that said from conversation say, no, forget that person. He has a bad character. Or say, that man, that man is a winch. That man is a bad person. Don't go to that house. Please type on the chat box if you have ever heard of such. They've told you when you're growing up as a kid, don't go to that house. That person is a bad person. Or in the village, you go home and they tell you don't go and greet that your uncle is a bad person. Or somebody in your area. They say that boy lack character. Please chat. I can relate on the chat box. If you've ever heard of such, you've been that, just put I can relate. Thank you, Mr. Damien. I can relate with this. Now, what happened? I need 2 more people to tap. If you can relate with what I just, the example, they say this person have a bad character. That man is a winch. Don't go to his house. If I don't ever go to that compound again, in the village or your uncle, your mom say, just avoid that person. He's not a good person. If you ever have that kind of instruction to yourself from your parents, or you've had people talk about such, put I can relate, please. I need 2 more people to put, if you know, yeah. So what happened is this. That man that they called a witch, his consistency that gave him that title. That's your uncle that they say that man is a very good man. His consistency that gave him that title. The same young lady, people say that girl, Nashawo, she's a cheerful giver. It's consistency that gave her that title. The same girl that they say that girl is a very, very good girl. She's respectful. She will make a very good husband. It's consistency that gave her. It's consistency that gave her that name. That business in your locality, in your environment, that say go there, you pass like 5 shops. Or say no, go to that man's shop. You pass different people and go there. It's consistency that gave that person that title. So the point is this: whatever it is you are doing, you must gain from it. Be it bad or good, you must gain for it. So that is why I must want to start with this evening. Please, we need to be consistent in what we're doing. But we need to ask ourselves, are we being consistent in the right direction? Some of us are consistent over the years in the wrong direction in our business. Yes, you have 25 years of experience in what you are doing. I'm not arguing that with you. You are the first person to start that business in your locality. I appreciate what you've done. You've been that business for more than 20 years, 10 years. But let me guess something. Are you following the trend in that business? If you put your competitors side by side, can you level up to your competitors? So that is to say, a lot of us are not doing marketing in our business as business owner. Your first duty as a CEO is marketing. Your second duty is closing sales. Your first duty as a CEO is marketing. Your second duty is closing sales. A lot of us, we are commander-in-chief. We give command, instruction. You are good in giving command. On your timeline, you've never posted about your business on your timeline. African mentality, your uncle will see it from the village. See, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if your default mindset is they'll catch you, they'll always catch you and beat the hell out of you and your finance. But that's aside. So why am I saying this really about marketing? We're looking at marketing and sales. But can somebody help me read this one quickly? Can somebody help us read this? I need somebody to help me read this. A clean, clear reader. Who is reading for us?
By attending business marketing training course, participants will learn a new process that they can introduce to their organizations along with easy to learn techniques. 1. Critically evaluate the key analytical frameworks and tools used in marketing. 2. Understand the place and contribution of marketing to the business enterprise. 3. Utilize information of a business external and internal marketing environment to identify and prioritize appropriate marketing strategies. 4. Identify the roles of advertising, sales promotion, public relations, personal selling, and direct marketing in the promotion mix. Compare and contrast integrated marketing communications with a non-integrated approach to the promotional mix.
No, Richard.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for the minute. Please, I was asking, to your own term, what is marketing to you? For you, what is marketing to you in your business? What is your own term? What do you take as marketing? When you say I'm marketing, what do you take as marketing? Who is speaking, please? Hello? Mr. Echo Power, good evening, sir. If you have, you can share with us what is marketing to you. Mr. Ruben, you can share with us what is marketing to you.
Actually, I can only listen now. I'm in a program, but I'm listening.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks for that. Thanks for drawing attention. I appreciate it.
I can only listen now. I'll talk when I come out. I'll soon come out.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks for that. Sorry for the inconvenience. So who is speaking again? Let's make it faster now. Unmute your mic. Share with us what is marketing.
For me, I can say marketing is creating awareness.
What is your name?
Brand.
No, your name.
I'm Damian. Okay, I'm Damian.
Okay. Where are you joining us from, sir?
From Abuja.
Okay, sir. Go on, please.
Okay, I can say marketing is creating awareness for what you're selling.
Okay, fantastic. Marketing is about creating awareness. I'll go with that. So let's look at this now. Yeah, I wrote business growth is challenge. It says start with a good idea from where it is. Let me leave this part. Let me come to the definition. Good. Yeah, I wrote here, I say marketing is a process of getting potential customers interested in what? In your product and services. The key word in this definition is what? Process. Many of us, we are struggling because we don't market. Many of us, we are struggling because we don't. Thank you, Mr. Ruben. Say marketing is a process. So since you saw my slide this morning, allow me to say marketing is a process of reaching the same thing I have here. I say what? Marketing is a process of getting potential. So how many people know about what you do? That is the question. On your timeline, your WhatsApp, do you have a WhatsApp business that you've neatly arranged everything you're doing? It's not about I'm not making sales. It's not about sales are not coming as it should be. How many people are seeing what you are doing? Your returning customers, how many returning customers do you have? Have you taken time to research on these customers? Your market, the today kind of marketing we are doing is what? Is focused on customer, or your market should be what? Customer centric. Now I wrote it here. If what you do, you don't put the customer at mind before doing it, it's as good as you are wasting your time. Some of us might not be social media inclined. That does not mean we don't know what we are doing. But you can engage the services of a social media manager to help you post what you are doing. Some of you might not say, okay, kind of business I'm doing. Let's take Engineer Damien, for example, now. If I don't know now, are you on Facebook? Which social media platform are you, sir?
I'm on Facebook, sir.
Good. So if I'm to go through your Facebook now, it is your name on Facebook, sir?
Yeah, it's my name.
Good. So let me run a quick audit on your page right now. Because you know, at times, a lot of us will leave money on the table. In this world we are right now, in our current world today, it's no longer a function of what you know. It's who know what you know that make you make money. That is where we are right now. It's no longer a function of what you know. It's who knows what you know. That is how you make money now. So if you are thinking in your mind right now that making money is the whole, you know what you know, at the right time, people will find me. Sorry, sir and ma, you might struggle so hard. And you know, Damien, which one is your own here? I'm seeing same names right now. I don't know which one is. Is that putting on black?
That's right, because what you're saying is affecting me. I hardly post, so you can't see anything concerning my services. That's a problem.
You see now. So, and how many services have you done this for the past 2 years? How many jobs have you done?
I've done several jobs. Residential business. I hardly post. That is the problem. I hardly post my jobs on.
Okay, your WhatsApp, your Instagram. Do you have a corporate Instagram account?
No, sir. It's only Facebook and Twitter.
Yes.
So you could see. So you now see, now that does not mean you are not making money. Understand now? But I'm just saying you can make more money if only we can look at that. So let's look at now what should our marketing cover? What should our marketing process look like? The first thing is what? We need to measure the effect. We need to measure what? Efficiency. How efficient it is right now. But let me stop here. Let me ask a question. Please unmute your mic. Share with me, anybody here. How do you market your product currently? Thank you. Okay, thank you, sir. He said, Mr. Robin say agro base, Brief Ibadan Depot. Okay, let me check it. Thanks. Please, who else again? How do you market your products right now? For you, how do you market what you do? Share with us. Let's learn. Let me put on this call. Mr. Mirani, share with us, how do you market what you do right now? Benga, share with us. Please, can you unmute your mic and share with us? How do you market your current services right now? Who is speaking, please?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Well, for me, I'm well privileged to be on almost all social media platforms. So what I do is that, first of all, I display the product that I'm selling. I'm into farm products. I sell kilishi, I sell fish, different sizes, from jumbo fingerlings. So I'm being specific on what I'm selling, a picture of it. And sometimes I go further to explain the benefit of buying my product, sir. That's how I sell my product, sir. And the location too. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So you can now see that first, if you don't have a proper marketing strategy that is efficient enough, you will not be making sales. That does not mean you not make, that doesn't mean people will not patronize you. Remember the scenario I painted today about living in 3-bedroom flats, you have a car, your wife have a car, have ACs in all the room, TV in all the room, you are comfortable, thank God. No, life can be better than that. The generator you have, the solar you have in your house, life can be better than those things. I was in my mentor's house this afternoon. They have a smart home. Everything is smarted. So that is somebody from business. So my point is this, please. Let's look at your marketing. How much is your sales target this week? Okay, this month of February now, let's look at this year. We talked about sales target the other time. I showed you people how I want to do that. First, before you think of marketing, how much is your sales target? Let's type it on the chat box. How much is your sales target this month? For you, how much do you intend to make this month from the marketing process? Let's put on the chat box, please. How much is your sales target in your business? Okay, for the first quarter of this year, this is the sales target I'm aiming to close on. Who is putting it there? Share with us. Put it on the chat box. Your sales target for this quarter and what was your revenue for last month? Nobody knows each other, so be free. Nobody's coming to meet you in your house. Let's look at your sales target. What is your sales target like? Let me bring up, I want to pull up our record also quickly so that I can use that as okay, thank you. Mr. Ruben say 160 million naira for the first quarter. Thanks for that. Who else again? Let me see your quarterly target. Who is typing? Let's be fast with this now. Is it that we are all busy or something that will just mood this evening? Can you type your sales target?
Sir, but what if you don't have, sir?
Good. Now, if you don't have, your marketing will be weak. That's how it works. When you don't have a sales target, your marketing becomes weak. Anything that you sell, you thank God for that day. And it does not work that way. So let me walk us through quickly. Now, these are revenue target for our consulting company and what we do general. You can see at the top here, say what 2024 revenue forecast. 2024 what? Revenue forecast. We went further and break it down and say, so the same thing I want us to do in our businesses now. Yeah, you have target audience. Remark, month, quarterly, yearly. Our goal is to have individual set up 5 people that will pay what 50,000 naira every month for consulting. In a month, that gives us 250,000. In a quarter, that gives us 750,000. In a year, that gives us 3 million naira. For corporate trainings, consulting for directors, MD, CEOs, we want to do 3 people per month. You know the problem with setting sales targets? We want big money. I know somebody in his mind said, this money is small now. It's small now. No. By the time you go back, look at your product. Look at what you are selling right now. Be sure that you can put in your target expected revenue from each one. Be sure that you can put in expected revenue from each one. And okay, fine. Mr. Demand is to construction. How many bungalows do you intend to construct to what? Build this year? How many consulting jobs as an engineer do you intend to engage in this year? You're not doing building the houses for them, but they just want to consult you. Those people that are picking your brain, asking engineer, I'm in this site, I want to do X, Y, Z. What do you think? Sir, that is money you're leaving on the table. Now, for this analysis, we say what? 5 people is to pay us 25,000 every month. That's 125,000. In a quarter, that gives us 375. Meaning for a year, consulting only, me speaking to people, asking you, people that are picking my brain, asking me questions. This year, I want to make 30.5 million naira from them. For training and capacity development, how to train your business from 25,000 naira. This year, we want to make 8 million naira for this from this training, because we're going to do this training after this one again. 25,000 naira. They want to do business growth summit because I'm launching my book. I'm writing a book right now, and the book is centered around structuring your business business growth strategy. Want to sell that book for the rate of 5,000. The ticketing and everything, and we want to make 3 million naira from the hosting of that book event, sir. For corporate training, we want to do 3.1 million naira monthly. We just need 2 companies to do that for. At the end of the year, we want to do at least, then we want to do 31 million naira from that. If you look at what we want to do from our consulting, that gives us what? 62 million naira. Sir, this is how you set your sales targets. This is how we run business so that every week you can know what you are falling short of. Every week you can know, okay, fine, how much have I made? Because see, one way to grow your business is that you must see your business in numbers. Please, let's start on a table where about 15 of us here. I must see the way to grow my business for me to see it in numbers, right? The way to grow my business is for me to see it in numbers. Please just type it there. Who is typing there? I want us to type it there. The way to grow my business for me to see it in numbers. The way to grow my business for me to see it in numbers. We are about 15 of us on this call. Let's all type it in that place right now. The way to grow my business for me to see it in numbers. Who's typing it there? Thank you, Mr. Ruben, sir. Thanks, sir. Mr. Benyan, thank you for that, sir. Melody, thank you for that, ma. Who else again? Who's putting it in there? The way to grow my business is for me to see it in numbers. Thank you, Mr. Yaya. The way to grow my business is for me to see it in numbers. You know why? When you see your business in numbers, you don't come to the office and say, thank God for today. No, sir. You don't make small sales and say, thank God we close today. No. When the month ends, when at the end of the quarter, you bring your calculator, the next thing you should check is, how much have I made in this first quarter? Thank you, Engineer Damien. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. You ask yourself, how much have I made in this quarter? Then for cost alone, what we want to do for courses, leadership training courses, we want to do 20 million naira. At the end of the year, this is what we are looking at getting. A total of how much? Who can see this target? Who can see this our target? What is this target here, please? Who can read this out, please? Where my mouse is. Hello? You can mute your mic and talk to us.
Okay, 252 million, 66,000.
Thank you, sir. So quarterly, every quarter, we have to make minimum of what?
That's 3,016,500.
Thank you, sir. So every month, we have to make how much every month? Minimum of every month, yeah.
Yeah, 21 million, 5,500.
Thanks, sir. So every day, we have to make how much every day?
700,000, 183.
Okay, thank you. Now, do we make 700,000? Thank you, sir. Okay. Now, do we make 700,000 every day? No, sir. We don't make it every day. But it makes you know your gap. It makes you know your lapses. It makes you know that you are far behind schedule. But many of us, we don't have kind of approach for our business.
Like this.
All we just do, all we want to do in our businesses is thank God we are selling. Thank God it's not too bad as we think. You don't even know if you are making profit. When you know you make profit is when after paying all your vendors, something you now tells you money is coming. No, sir. So if you don't have a sales target for 2024, your marketing will be weak. That is the summary of everything. You don't want to share anything on social media. You don't have a good word of mouth. That's why I said nobody pays what? A silent expert. Yes, a silent expert will make money, but it's the crumbs that fall from the table you are making. Please, I don't want to hear, do Dangote post online? Do Dangote run ad? Sir, you're not Dangote yet. So hustle as if you want to, you know what about this our mind? It makes us feel as if we have arrived. Something in you tells you, and your mind, I know some of your mind now is running around as I'm speaking this. Is this person doing this particular thing? It is my Oga. Thank you. You said it's my Oga. You're not saying it's my friend. So please, you need to invest in your visibility. If truly you really, really want to make sales this year, you must invest in your visibility. People need to see what you are doing. You need to make noise around what you are doing. So if you know you cannot set up a social media handle, call somebody to help you set that thing up. But some of us, our problem is greed. In our mind, how will I pay this player to help me do what is player going to do? Now, I went through Mr. Ruben's Facebook wall where I am right now. I can say, yes, I'm impressed with what I can see there. You could see here, it's into feed now. You know, that was last year they posted on this timeline, but somebody can go through this timeline and see, yes, it can be tedious posting every time. It can be, as in, mind broken. But for example, engineer, let me put the engineer back again. On site, you can give somebody your phone. You don't need any drama. You're on site. Hello, guys. Today we are doing our DPC XYZ. Today we are raising all up. Today we are doing, look at what we want to build on this empty land. I'm here today. We're going to put in the solar system of XYZ. Or maybe we are doing the structural building. All this paper you see on my table now is about structural design. So that thing you know in your head, that thing that they say Engineer Damian is coming tomorrow morning, just do a 1 minute video, 1 minute video, 1 minute video. Tell somebody that, do you know that when you are to build structural building, you need to check the earth, how the land is balanced. What are those things that you feel me? I want me that pray to build house someday. What are the things do I need to know, sir? It's called informative ad. It's called marketing without budget. Yes, I know some of us work in some ministries, organizations where we are not allowed to own businesses outside what we do. I understand that. I don't know if there's anybody that's on this call. But that is where you need people that can help you run and put a face to what you are doing. So let me put this question out. With this breakdown I've shown to us here right now, do you think that we'll have staffs that will come to our system redundant, that will not be active? Who is speaking, please? From what this sales breakdown I just showed us now, do you think at the end of the day, we might have a staff that like the company will not be active every week with the kind of target we want to make? Who is speaking? You can meet your mic and share with us. What do you think? Or what is your take on this doc? This is our sales target. What is your take on it? Hello? Can you unmute your mic? Do you have my question? What is your take on sales targets? Having sales targets for every year. What is your take about that? Not at all. Thank Melody Francis. Who else is speaking there? What is your take on that? with these sales targets, taking it back to your kind of business, do you think this can help you in your business? Hello? Man, this class is dull. Can you all hear me? Or the question is not clear? Which one? Is the question not clear, or you don't understand the question, or you just want to be mute? Do you have this in your business right now? Yes. If you don't have, no. And do you think this can help your business in any way? Having a proper breakdown of your revenue from your offers, even though you offer different kind of things. Mr. Goodluck, can you hear me? Mr. Ruben, Mr. Damien, can you all hear me? Mr. Emmanuel, Mr. Yaya.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. I'm Damian.
Good. So for you, do you have a sales target for this year?
I don't have it. If not that you're saying it right now, just opening my eyes to it. I don't have it.
Okay, sir. Thanks for that. Okay, thank you, Melody Francis. Mr. Ruben, good evening, sir. Do you have a sales target in your business? Hello? Mr. Goodluck, do you have, see, I want this class to be engaging and active. It should not be that if I wanted this class to be a muted one, would have recorded for you to just go and watch, and you pay us, and that will be the end of the conversation. But we're having a live session for us to be engaged. So, Mr. Goodluck, hello, who is speaking?
Damian, sir.
Okay, go on, sir.
Yeah, I don't have the sales target, but I can relate this with the work I'm doing currently. There's the work I'm doing. We had a working schedule. So because we had a working schedule, once we are working behind schedule, the clients will remind us that we are behind schedule. So what do? I look at what else do I do to hasten this work to meet up with the working schedule. So I'm trying to relate that working schedule to this what you just said now. That if I have the sales target, I will be able to sit on my toes and look at the ways that I will be able to bring in these targets that I've set for the year or for the month.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you for that. That is on that clear one there. The point of having a sales target. Mr. Ruben, good evening, sir. I can see your hand, sir.
Hello.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. I can say I actually thought I have a sales target, but with what I'm seeing on this your schedule now, I can see that my own target is just like an expectation or a mere thought of the mind that maybe if I'm able to make this in a month or make this in a quarter. So with what I see on the screen here, I can see a reasonable breakdown that it's due follow up. So if this kind of thing is done and it is followed up sequentially, I want to believe there is going to be a massive result that will follow such targets, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks. So you could see, you know one thing about this, you know, at time we employ staffs. Now say the staffs are not active. Yeah, we would like going to pay the staff. You say I should employ staff. You're like, this is where you get the money from. If I tell you now how many staff do you have, people say I don't have a staff. People like get the money. No, sir. That thing you are selling, sir. If you manage it very, you can get the staff to help you manage that. Because you know why? I said that business is about two things: operation and strategy. Many of you, your business have not grown because you are buried in operations. You are the one that is selling. You are the one that is chasing customers. You are the one that is going to market. You are the one that is trying to get vendors. Sir, those are operations. Please write it on the chat box. Business is two. A business structure is two. Operation and strategy. Please type it there. My business structure is two. My business structure is of two aspects. My business structure is of two aspects, operation and strategy. You can type it on the chat box, please. My business structure is of two aspects. It's of two aspects. Operations and strategy. You can type it there. I want us to see it there. Thank you so much, Melody Francis. My business structure is of two aspects, operations and strategy. Thank you, Blessing, for that. My business is of two types, operations and strategy. Operation and strategy. Who is typing there? Thank you, Mr. Ruben. My business structure is of two types, operation and strategy. Thank you, Mr. Goodluck. So many of us, we focus more on operations. See, some of you have grown one-man business, but greed, fear. If I leave another, they will begin to thief for the business. Nobody can help me to do the way I do it. Some of you are stuck with perfection. You believe if it's not you, it cannot be done. You believe that you've so much thought it's just like your business is not like a baby. So you must see some baby now that it's only the mother that child allowed to carry. If anybody want to hold the child, even the auntie, the child will always be crying. Does not want anybody to adjust the mom. You know why? I believe the mother over time have not trained that child to get used to strangers. Some of you have your business like that kind of baby. You so much hold your business that the moment you give your business to somebody as your staff to help you manage within 30 minutes, you yourself, you are not even addressed where you are. Hope they will not say and hide the money. So please begin to shift from operations and focus on strategy. Everything I've shown us here is strategy. It's now, I think, more of strategic implementation than operational implementation in my business. What next? Let me start. Rubena is into feed. What Mr. Ruben should be thinking of how to organize trainees for poultry farmers. How to get contact with people that bring layers if you're not rearing your own. How do you partner with feed production organizations to get like a workshop, exhibition? With that now, your business name is becoming a household name already in Ibadan. And with that, automatically, it will have an effect on your sales, or drastically, it will have automatic effect on your sales. But because let's say you are always in the office, writing receipts, checking alert, who paid, who did not pay, using your mobile app to check who have paid, calling people, okay, I hope are they supply. So that is operational strategy. Those are operational activities. I don't know, sir. I don't know. Are we learning? Mr. Ruben, are we together, please, sir? Are you getting my example, please? So many of us are focusing on operations. That's why we are not growing our business. Please, it's time for you to open up what you are doing. Let's take Engineer Damien, for example. Yeah, you might be wondering and say, okay, fine. I'm an engineer. He said engineer. I work for a company. So do you work for a company, Mr. Damien, or you own the company?
A freelancer.
Thank you. Okay, freelancer. Good. So when as a freelancer, I believe by now, let's say you have an office space. Or if you don't have, please go and look for a co-work space. You need to create your own profile, your own company's name. If you don't have that, but if you already have, good and fine. You need to create your own company file. You need to, because you cannot freelance forever, sir. Your children are growing up. You can't, there are some things that, you can't push something on top of nothing and expect it to stand. No matter how good you are, if you don't have a foundation to structure what you are doing, you can never get a result. So please, let's go back. What is our sales target? Now, you're a freelancer. That's a fantastic thing. How many construction companies do you have engagement with? I'm able to put yourself as like the structural engineer or the cost engineer or the engineer that comes in and bring the perfect touch for us in our construction team. Why should I freelance with you when I can employ engineers to work in our company? Now, I work in a construction company as an accountant, China Harbor. We have an engineering department. So why should we employ you or engage your services? That is the question. These are kind of crack, these are kind of nut you need to crack. And the only way we can answer that question is for me to look at somebody telling us, okay, for you to cast this particular pillar, this is what you need to look at. You need to look at your cost benefit analysis. You need to check, okay, fine. You need to look at your project management strategy. One can say, okay, initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and control and evaluation. Who are the stakeholders around that? These are things that can position you as an authority in that area. Automatically, it reflects on your sales. Please just express how you are feeling with this session with 2 words. Just put 2 words in the chat box if you're getting value so far from what I'm explaining. 2 words. You're getting value from what I'm explaining. For example, let's take, I believe Mr. Yao was the one that talked about having, what's it called? A diagnosis center. How many, we don't pray people should fall sick, but the guy that said coffee, pray people should go and buy coffee all the time. He's not saying anybody should fall sick, but he just pray his business move. It's not his fault. Who saw the guy from Cameroon, who saw the guy from, thank you, Mr. Ruben, mind blowing. Please all chat. How are you feeling right now with this chat, with this session? Who saw the guy from this country, South Africa, that say he don't want Nigeria to win, but want Nigeria should go through because he betted money for the match. The same thing with most of us. We must begin to look at ourselves. We're not coming here to show what we do, but how do we want people to know us? And for me, because we want to make a sales target of 252 million naira this year from consulting and trainings, our hall renting, that is why I must post all the time online. That is why I must attend seminars. That is why I must begin to build quality relationship. So now we've talked about all this now, about setting your sales targets. The next one we'll be looking at will not be fine. How do you generate leads? What should you do? How do we generate this lead? What should we do? How do we go around all this? Because at times, many of us don't even know that. Many of us don't know what to do. Not that we don't want to do it. We'll just stop. So let me pause here. Do you have any questions to ask before we proceed? Do you have any questions to ask before we proceed? Any question? Any question? Or is it clear so far? You can put on the chat box if all what I've said is clear for you so far. You can put it in. And again, I want to ask, hope fatigue is not coming to this training. Or it's because of weekend, our engagement level is low. Thank you so much, man, for that. Who else again? What is do you have any question? If you don't have any question, Mr. Ruben put in the chat box that it's mind-blowing for him. So far, what exactly has it been for you, this training? How has it been for you so far? So let's look at that before that poll come in. As per that poll, then after we talked about marketing, let me share this quickly because I really want us to grow and scale our business. Let's now look at marketing. As I said, for marketing and sales are 2 different things. Marketing and sales are 2 different things in business. Many of us are good in marketing, but we fail woefully when it comes to closing the sales. Many of us are good in marketing, but we fail when it comes to closing that sales. Not that we are not good, but we don't have a structural way to collect the money from the customers. Some of us, our customers are working customers. They just come in to buy from us for sure. They don't need to do marketing. But how do you structure it that they might come back to you, that will help them want to come back to you? Have you put things in place that when they come to your business, after that, next time, they will always want to come back? That's the question. You need to go to work. You need to be able to use business strategy to manage that business. That I said, yeah, I said what? Hope is not a strategy in business. I hope they will buy. I hope they will come next time. I hope that now they've tried my business, my service. They trust me now. I hope that one day they'll remember me. No. That's why in my book I'm writing right now, I talk about 3 kind of lead you have. You have the warm lead, you have the cold lead, and you have the hot lead. Lead means people that want to buy from you. The cold one are those that they don't know about you before. They are hard to convert. The other one are the warm one. They know you, but they don't trust you enough. The hot one are those that know you already and they want to buy from you. Are you able to classify your people into this group, or you're just doing a one-man show? You go out, you come back, all you just want to do is just for you to just get money, and that is all. Hope is not a strategy when it comes to business growth. It's systems, process, and structure that is what guarantee your business growth. They will not look at this. For you to grow your business very well, you need to look at 1, your external environment and your internal environment. I will take it one after the other. Now, your external environment, this have to do with, first, understanding what it is you want to do. Understanding what it is you want to do in your business is the beginning step for everything. But for a lot of us don't understand this part. Now, your internal environment first have to do it first. Your sales and marketing. How aggressive are you when it comes to your sales? I just showed you a sales target just now. How do you now market? Do you run Facebook ad? Do you create time to attend events along what you do? Do you have, how many people do you talk to about what you do if you don't want to run an ad? How many returning customers do you have? How many returning customers do you have? That's another big question. That alone can help you trigger your sales. Then I'm looking at also now your external environment, your financial management. Some of us, we are making money in our business, but we have a very, very bad spending habit. We cannot invest back in our business. You are a business owner for Christ's sake. Every money that comes to your business, you believe now where man they chop, man they eat. Your equipment is bad. Your tools for working are getting bad. Yes, I understand. You have family burden, you have family expenses to incur. I'm not arguing that with you. But have you ever thought in a minute, in a jiffy, that you buying that tool for working can enhance your productivity? Have you ever thought of that? Some of you prefer to just be managing it. After all, the client will understand that at least we are still trying to do something. No. Some of you don't have a proper financial management system. You cannot pay yourself from your business. You are the CEO. So whatever you do with your account, no, it does not concern anybody. So the next thing we're looking at under is now be what? Your operational productivity. Last week, I remember I shared with us last week about what's your turnaround time to run what's your turnaround time when it comes to your productivity. How fast do you respond to customers' requests? When they pay for your services, how fast do you respond and deliver that thing? How many hours, how many days does it take you to complete a job? You know, like employee performance. So all these things are what forms what? Your internal process in your business. But many of us, we don't want that. Some of us don't even know that this one is there. So that's why you see, you are good at what you do. Over the years, you've done good jobs. You make money, but you're still living from hand to mouth. Not because of your relationship, just because you've taken that business as a survivor stream just to eat, pay children's school fees. If you don't have, if you're not yet married, your business is just to survive. no growth for it, no expansion thought, no collaboration thought. It's just recycling your pressure. You're just circling your pain. You're just recycling your pressure every time, every time. The month is about to end. You're just thinking of what to do. No escape route, simply because you're able to identify your internal environment. What's your customer relationship like? What's your long-term plan? What do you want to do? Round all these aspects. These are questions we're asking for, sir. Then I'm looking at also now be what? Your external environment. One, your suppliers. Some of you, at times, your problem, your challenge is that it's not that you're not good enough. It's just simply because your suppliers are screwing up your business. You are getting your materials from a very, very, I'll put it now. You're getting your materials from a very tight corner. You get high. You're getting your raw materials on a high price. So it's automatically affecting your production. This is why you need to diversify. You always look at, okay, which other areas, how can I get my business, or which other areas can I use to source for materials to help my business grow well? The other I'm looking at also now be what? Your distribution. Some of you, you've been able to get good supply. You are in charge of your supply chain. You get your affordable materials. You are sure of all this. But the only challenge you're having right now is distribution. People pay for things. It takes them a long time to get it. They struggle to get it. Even you yourself, because you do so much, at the end of the day, you can over. So look at the next one also. You look at, these are kind of factors that you need to consider in your business. So I'll stop here this evening for us to ask questions. Do you have any questions you want to ask, or is it clear so far? Any question or any contribution from what we've said so far? What is your take on it this evening? From everything we've talked about this evening, what is your take? Who is speaking? Who is unmuting your mic to speak? Who is speaking with us? Hello?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am. Where are you joining us from?
This is Melody Francis.
Okay, good evening.
Melody Francis.
Okay.
I'm joining from Benin Republic.
Okay, ma'am.
So the network has been so bad, but so far that I've been able to join, I really appreciate the sales document you showed us, because I've been so stopped. I don't think I've ever come to a point in my business where I am thinking, what are the target sales for my business. But after the class, after this session, I've been able to understand more better how to. That table was really, really, how will I put it? It's just a lifesaver, because I've been going forth since last week class on what to do, on how to make sure that we make sales, because I run a soap business, on how to make sales. We're good with our publicity, we're good with our media presence. We are just stuck with how to make sales. And then I'm coming online now and seeing where the lapses has been. It's not just about saying I want to make sales, but what are my targets? That will help me in marketing my business properly to hit my targets. That's really an eye-opening session for me. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am. Once again, what have you learned this evening? Apart from what you've learned this evening, what is your take? How do you want to implement this evening what we've learned in your business this evening? Because I really want us to be very engaging in what we're doing, please. Who is sharing with us? Who is sharing? Please, we're wrapping up from this, because today is for tomorrow. My team member called and I was told that they are asking some persons that want to watch football say no need for hope will close on time. So tomorrow there will not be class tomorrow. Me, I'm not a football fan, but I will need to consider the feedback we get that call man. So please, there will not be class tomorrow till next week Saturday. But before we go this evening, what is your take? Thank you, Melody, for what you've said. From what we've done so far, let's do a review. From what we've done so far till now, which aspects of your business will implement this whole thing? And what we thought this evening, how do you want to implement this evening on? Let's start with this evening. How do you want to implement this evening on going forward? Mr. Yaya, can you hear us, sir? Mr. Ruben, if you can hear us, Mr. Damian, if you can hear us, Mr. Emmanuel, if you can hear us, what is your take? How do you want to implement this evening on?
Okay, so this evening's session, what I'm going to do, because I've been in charge of both operations and I've not really given time to strategy.
Yes,
so what
ma'am.
I'm going to do this evening is to follow the template of the table that you've done, create a strategy, and then release it for those that are working with me. Because as of last week, after the class, I was able to restructure my team a bit, or updated them on the new things that we're going to be doing to make sure that we have a better year this year. So I'm going to create these sales objectives using your template and get back to my team and see how we start working.
Okay, thanks, ma'am. Once again, how do you intend to implement what we've talked about this evening? Who else is speaking? How do you intend to implement this evening? Okay, in the absence of none, let's not flog this so much. We'll close for this evening. We'll meet next week Saturday because tomorrow there's a football match, which for me, I'll say let's do it, but I don't want to be selfish to say because you don't watch football, sir, you want able to be here. So let's do class tomorrow till next week. So thank you so much, everybody, for your time. We'll see you next week. Are you speaking? Are you talking, Mr. Chenblin?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, nursing coach Everett.
Hello. Okay. Good evening, sir.
I tried as much as possible. I don't know. I will actually appreciate a repeat of the meeting.
Sorry, you are cracking. I wasn't hearing you clearly.
I tried so hard to join the meeting, the 29th.
Okay. You do me
issues in my area.
Okay, having network issue in your area. Okay, let's assume that's what you're saying, but you can type it on the chat box. Type it on the chat box, please. Thanks. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ruben. Who else is speaking? Somebody was speaking. I don't know if you're speaking or anything, please. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have any other question you want to speak on, you can share in the group. My team member or I will respond to there. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful night. And we'll see you next week, Saturday, by God's grace. Thanks. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
A tsaya a sa abun gadon ya tare ta sa wannan na